Galitsky. She hit a lot of little knockdown shots today. They moved the practice area yesterday over closer, which is parallel to the 9th. They were across the street earlier in the week, but today back into the wind. She was hitting a lot of flighted shots back into that wind. All the players were trying to figure out how far the ball was carrying in the wind, which was a good indicator. You don't mind in or down, you just don't like crosswinds when you're warming up.
Galitsky was also shaping shots against the wind, which you don't often see from amateur players. And she's doing it right here, drawing it against left to right wind, and that is sent perfect.
Yeah, just learning to flight it. The balls, got to play it on the ground here more than the players are. Always took me about a week to figure that out. Take a look here. This is how Galitsky got beat Madison Bird 4-3, and old Pinky at 3-2. Natalie Yen, who's from Oregon, works with Brian Henniger. That was a great match, went all the way down to the 1-up finish.
Even though this is a back hole location, 44 paces on, you have so much green to work with, it's so difficult to trust the club that you have, because it's at least 2 clubs a win to get yourself to hit it all the way back there. Flighted slightly higher, and this is drifting right.
That's just quite a little bit of a hesitant that'll go into the bunker.
And that's a massive bunker over there on the right-hand side. It basically borders the entire right-hand side of the green.
Gotta be careful if you get too fast with those hands when you're trying to flight it. Get away from you if you're not careful.
The sand is quite fluffy. This shot for Galitsky is into the wind, making it difficult, slightly off an upslope as well, to carry it all the way to the flag. You have to come in with much more speed than you think.
Is that any good?
Eila Galitsky.
Did she? Oh, how good was that? That sound was just perfect. So well done. Nice. Just heavy enough where it keeps the sand there, but just really accelerated through with a... Take a look at this. Watch this one. It's trying to break, which it should break back to the back of the green. Nearly makes it. Do you think she... Oh, yeah, go right, go right. Ah, even her caddy. Everybody thought it was going in. I tried to. That's a good save.
Today's uninterrupted coverage of the 125th U.S. Women's Amateur Championship is brought to you in partnership with Rolex, as we keep it right here at 5.
God, they'll have this putt for birdie of the win.
Green.
It will do so in perfectly calm conditions, and then you add the element of 10, 20, 30-mile-an-hour winds, and you get a whole different personality. And really the way links golf is intended to be played with the challenging wind.
Now Galitsky looked like she just threw it down on the grass. No tee for this one.
Well, that's what I've seen Galitsky do on the par 3s, a mark of a great iron player, someone who knows she can compress the ball and doesn't need the advantage with a tee. It's also much easier to flight the ball when you don't tee it up.
She's a beautiful ball striker, and particularly with irons.
Just hanging on. You can see it for a moment, and then you lose it.
But have not played since. Interesting matchup.
Galitsky over at 6.
Very easy to overcompensate when you're trying to keep something low. A lot of players taking lofted wedges around the greens, but you have to adjust when you're at Bandon Dunes.
So work to do for Galitsky to save par here at the 6th.
Where we're staying, we're near a flatter part.
Okay.
where you're on the beach, actually, up near Coos Bay.
Perfect.
All right, back to the green here at 6. It appears Galitsky's still away for her par before Gane goes.
Gane just inside of 20 feet for birdie. It's such a fine line when you're chipping off of these really tight lies between catching good contact and hitting it a little thin, which Galitsky ended up doing on her chip. Back down the hill now, breaking to the left.
Good putt, but she was wishing she had that one for birdie instead of par.
down there, but in the approach shots and your mindset, you just have to stay patient. Pars will win holes out here.
I think playing this golf course with 2 to 3 club wins demands that you be patient anyways.
Whoa.
Oh, wow, she just
Oh.
did not get a very good break.
No, it took a bad kick. It just
Yeah.
depends if those limbs are overhanging up.
Distance control
Absolutely.
with her irons right now.
All right, Galitsky got kind of an unfortunate kick. What kind of lie she have here?
And it's going to be difficult to control the distance out of this short fescue. What's advantageous for Galitsky, it's into the wind, so this top spin that's going to be generated from the golf ball out of this grass won't be affected as much. There is a slope on the right side that she can use that will bring the ball back down. You want to make sure you err on that longer side to carry the false front.
Here's the slope. It should come back off that. There you go. A little less, a little bit more. It goes about 3 feet further up that slope. It'll come all the way down, but it's trying now. The wind's maybe helping it. All right. So from there, that's okay, but Gane is in there close.
A downhill, downwind putt that breaks at least 1.5 feet to be able to judge all of those elements is challenging. You have to just pick a spot and commit to the speed you're going with. Confidence is everything when you're trying to navigate match play in difficult windy conditions.
Gotta go.
In just a moment, back to the tee, some 350 yards or so with Galitsky.
Galitsky going with driver, making this fairway slightly more narrow. Trying to cut it against the wind, but she's blocked it slightly, headed towards that right bunker, which is 258 to get in.
Well, blew it over that.
Yeah, what bunker?
270 to clear it.
The one that she waved to when it went.
Pars and 1 bogey to start off this round, which is pretty good given the conditions. And with all this green to work with, I like a lower shot running it up to this flag.
She's only like 20 yards short of this green. It's crazy.
That's why she had driver.
Wow, that is using your power to your advantage.
And maybe situational when you're 3 down against the 11th ranked amateur in the world, Megan Gane, saying, you know what, this is going the wrong way quickly.
Well, and Galitsky.
Happen. 2 great shots for Galitsky to get to this point. Now it's all about trusting the tempo of your stroke and committing to your start line.
She missed a few of these 4 and 5 footers yesterday, but made a great one on the 18th in the afternoon to win. And does a nice one right there, makes that beautiful. That her aggressive play off the tee certainly paid off.
Galitsky, 3.
That's how you change the narrative. You hit driver 20 yards short of the green and make 3.
All right.
Is the farthest bunker in the middle, 288 to get in it. It's 303 to cover. She's got to go either right or left of it.
Yeah, just the right side. There's so much room over there.
Now that's where it's headed, over
pushed.
those mounds, which should be just fine. It opens up quite a bit over there.
Yeah, it depends on the lie, and that should catch the fairway and run forever. It's like on ice. Look at this.
She might hit 9-iron in.
She could have 9-iron in.
It's
Put louder
definitely
ball.
Galitsky took advantage of her length on the last hole, hitting her driver almost onto the front portion of the green, making an up and down birdie, chipping away at her deficit. 2 down, she has to do the same thing again, expecting that Gane is going to 2-putt for birdie on the front to try and make a 3 here, hit a close second shot.
She's really got it lined up to the right, so she's trying to take it and let the wind kind of take it back to the left. Got to be careful of the slopes pin high.
Oh, she.
See ya.
Yeah. I think she kind of got away with that, though. She really missed that to the right.
Yeah, she was lined up right at that K.
Yeah, probably didn't need to play that much.
No.
Oh.
That's the problem. You felt like, yesterday you used the slopes and, You know the slopes are there, but they're so severe. All right, Galitsky now.
Needs to hit this harder than she thinks. Galitsky coming up and over a ridge, breaking to the left early, and then wanting to fall right at the hole.
So hard to read with that intense wind.
Yeah, I don't mind the putters. I like the putter
Yep,
for their.
I do
yep.
too. Rate it,
Absolutely.
and you just got to chalk it up to conditions and move on.
There's a couple hole locations out there like today. Watch if they get to 17. It could be one that'll try to trick the players.
That's why patience is more important than ever in these windy conditions. In match play, your expectations are higher because you don't want to make any mistakes. You just have to accept that that's going to come by. Big putt for Galitsky here, just to go one down in the match.
Front row, and still has some work left.
We saw her be very
Yes.
aggressive, which I love in general. But
She missed it.
consequently, you've got the 3-4 footers coming back that you got to be prepared to nail as well.
Exactly. I think it's about patience, but that's the toughest part. The wind just kind of wears down on you, and I think the biggest thing is trying to stay steady on some of these putts, and especially when you're facing the wind. It just pushes you. But like you said, she's pretty frisky on that one there. That's for par to tie the hole. Okay. Well, both players kind of, both I guess technically two putt, but just did not take advantage of a couple good shots in there and good drives.
So Gane with the 2-up lead through 9. You can practice putt in match play as long as you don't hold up anyone behind you. And since they're the last match out, I think they're
Pretty
in the
good
clear.
chance they're okay. Yeah. Work from over there to 10.
Galitsky on the tee.
Trying to cut something against this right to left wind. Galitsky's done a great job at that. This 3-wood driving nice and low.
Ooh, almost hit the bird.
You kind of have a choice here of going to the right side or the
Just 96 yards for Galitsky, but hitting it close is no easy bargain. That flag is tucked dangerously on that left side. You have to keep it right at this whole location, which is hard to do with right to left wind. If you get it too far out to the right, there's a slope that will pull the ball away from the flag. This shot requires a ton of precision and feel because you cannot see the bottom of the flag stick.
like really nice tempo on that swing. Very controlled.
Since that tee shot at 8, seemingly has found her footing a little.
Right now, we saw players yesterday, a good shot was 20 feet from the flag. To be able to control your ball with such a short yardage when you have a lofted club is extremely difficult to do. And Galitsky and Gane both pulled it off. Both of them coming off of disappointing pars at the par 5 ninth. An opportunity for Galitsky to put pressure on Gane to match her. Putting back up the hill, Galitsky has the easier putt. This is going to break a lot to the left.
Had it right on line, Kay.
Yeah, I like the pace on that putting stroke. Just lacked a little oomph. She has a tendency to get a little hot-headed, a little angry at herself. She did so yesterday when she was missing some 4 and 5 footers, but she found the ability to calm herself down and stay in the game and finish off her match yesterday. Finds and hits golf balls for 2 hours, whether it's triple-digit heat or not. She just loves the game, loves to practice, loves to compete.
The 11th tee, Galitsky will be first to play.
Less than driver for Galitsky, which I like. 235 to that center bunker. Shouldn't be a problem for Gane. She should be able to send it with driver. This just opens up for Galitsky. The fairway is that. The flag is up on the right side. If you can try and get it down the left center, it gives you a much better angle for your second.
We've seen some players, both these players are long, but we've seen some players have fairway woods hybrids in here. So it's playing long back into the teeth of the wind. Listen, driver.
You got to figure it's playing well over 400 yards.
Yeah, she hit that little chaser with that 3-wood looking shot. I like it. She was doing that on the practice range. Yep, that actually rolled backwards.
So there wasn't a lot of chase to that one.
No, she tried to chase it, just didn't allow it. That wind's just howling right there. It's just right in the open. Bierman hit it in there a foot, so that was an incredible shot she hit earlier. But Galitsky's next.
Ball below Galitsky's feet. This will make her shot move to the right, which I kind of like better if you're straight into the wind off a flat lie. Depending on where you turn it, the wind will just exaggerate it versus trying to control a shape, which Galitsky can do here off of this lie. This is starting nice and low, trying to get back there. It looks like it has the distance.
No, it's left.
Too much to the left. They're actually not too far from each other, the two competitors.
A little quick with those hands, but it was the right idea.
I like her action, though.
Yeah.
It's very simple and clean.
It's exactly what she did up in Australia. Sure, it doesn't hurt. All right, Galitsky now at 11.
Well, I like the fact that she made an adjustment going with a wedge, much easier than trying to putt it.
Wow, is that a good shot? Yeah, very well done. Like that. She didn't have the mallet putter either, so it made that shot even easier. But
Nate has changed the narrative, at least psychologically, it appears, for the 6th-ranked amateur in the world.
Well, anytime you get your first birdie in match play, it just gives you that extra momentum, the confidence that you can still score in difficult weather like this. Really neat hole location, back left, 164 yards. I love the fluctuation in yardage that the USGA has done this week. Yesterday, this hole was just playing 99 yards, almost a 65-yard difference. This is a wedge for Galitsky, trying to hit something 130.
That's okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I'd take that any day.
Left early coming off this initial slope, and then it will flatten out at the hole.
Putting back into the wind. It's just so slow.
And both players work to do for their par at 12 as today's uninterrupted coverage of the 125th U.S. Women's Amateur Champion. Back over at 12, Galitsky for par to tie the hole.
Well, Galitsky initially took her backstroke and then paused when a gust of wind came. Every short putt made, no matter how small, feels like a win.
Can't take any of those for granted, Kay.
Nope. Let's take a look at what Eila was talking about. Sustained winds with big gusts that rev up to close to 30, over 30 miles an hour. And good for her to just pull out of the shot and reset.
here at 13 trying to change this match. She's one down to Gane. Gane's long and right.
Another 350-yard drive from Galitsky, similar drive to what she hit on the 9th. Also had a short iron in then, has one now, just 182 yards, hitting more like a 150 shot.
Right in the face of that slope. That down there, that's going to be tricky because she's got to come up over the downslope. I think Gane's in a little better shape being long and right here. That's going to be tougher to get it up and down for Galitsky.
Going all the way down the fall off. And then if you err too far to the left, the slope falls on the left as well. You have to literally hit this perfect to be able to finish this near the hole.
And how tight is this lie?
Oh, it's almost barren. The grass has almost kind of died around here. If anything, you would rather err left, even if you're on the left fringe, way better than missing it right. That's the side Galitsky had to err, just coming in with so much speed. It's impossible to hit that shot.
I just knew when she hit it there, she had no chance to get it close.
Again, we talked about this yesterday. this golf course in general, it's about where you miss it. Yeah, you're going to hit some great shots, but where do you need to miss it to have the next easiest shot?
Long, all day long here. Easier said than done. 14, so we're going to go back to 13 with Galitsky's fourth.
Trying to elevate this chip shot off of a very tight lie, fortunately chipping back into the wind.
Use the slope, should come back. Okay, not bad. That was an option. Unlike Kay.
Par save to remain one down could be everything when you're starting to get to the teeth of the golf course past the 14th hole. After 14, you're not really getting to a birdie hole until 18, the par 5. 15 is a very difficult par 3. Even though 16 and 17 are short par 4s, there can be a lot of adversity that can happen just given the conditions and how difficult the greens can get.
Okay, when you were in match play, were you worried about your score? Were you more concerned with playing your opponent or just playing a shot?
Yeah, I had a general strategy of how I wanted to play the course, but you vary that depending on what your opponent is doing. And I just love the head-to-head competition, not having to think about anything else except you, the golf course, and your immediate opponent.
Buckets.
And that's
what you got to do. Yep, that's what you got to do. Nice putt.
Just 66 yards for Galitsky. I like having a lower trajectory on this shot just so it doesn't float up into the wind, which Galitsky's done a really nice job at from around the greens. We haven't seen a ton of players go low with shots like Galitsky has. Want to try and land something just a few paces short of this flag. It will hit and stop right away.
The green tilts towards you. Wind working against you.
I liked the trajectory of that shot, Kay. She just needed to fly it farther.
But she will have that for birdie. That is close. Over at 14, Galitsky for birdie to win the hole and tie the match.
Slow putt up the hill, breaking to the left.
A little too frisky, and that is not a gimme. That's a downhill slider downwind. Not a good leave.
It's that fine balance, Kay, right? Of trying to make it win the hole.
Rated gritty pars between Gane on this 14th and Galitsky on the 13th, the par 5. Similar length of putt that Galitsky had on the 13th that she has now. Downhill slider breaking to the right. Got to trust that 1 foot stroke putting downhill downwind. Easy to misjudge the speed.
She's making this hole much harder than it should have been.
But hanging around. In with 4, tie the hole, 1 down against Gane. As the game looks towards a more sustainable future, the USGA is leading the way with its water conservation playbook, the first of its kind publication helping courses make smarter decisions about water, as it's time now for a message from the USGA.
Galitsky now here at 15, 124 yards.
Trying to flight something into the wind. Really blowing hard from right to left. Not a hole that you can get close to.
Not really. That's fall back to the front portion of the green. All right, this is just a moment to go. Galitsky, this is for birdie. This is to win the hole. Breaker, slow putt. Actually, that's pretty good. That's one of the better we've seen.
And advancing the game, because everything the USGA does is for the good of the game. You can learn more at usga.org. We go to the tee at 16. Gane with that 1-up lead. Galitsky getting ready to go with an iron in hand.
Just a 309-yard hole, 185 to clear the front bunkers. Where this hole location is, you want to be on that left side, have an easy short wedge shot in.
hang in there.
Yeah, that line looks okay, but that's not going to help her control.
Romero there at 17. We head over to 16, and that is the lie of Eila Galitsky.
The lie is fine for Galitsky, but she's going to have to go right of this bunker, downwind out of the fescue. There's going to be a ton of rollout in this shot.
So she's just looking to get it on the sort of the front middle part of the right side of the green.
Exactly, about 5 to 7 paces on, and everything should run. It's just 82 yards, trying to play closer to a 55 to 60 yard shot with a lower trajectory. Want to get it to finish below the hole. You can't get too cute with it. Yesterday we saw Gane from a similar length pitch it over the green. I'm not surprised Galitsky erred short there. It's such a dangerous chip when you're not in the fairway.
Sounds like she got under it and hit it high on the face.
But for the folks at home, Kay, you said it earlier with some putts, for someone to say, how can not?
Moving up in her career and really starting to take off.
Yeah, aspiring to get to that level on a consistent basis. Back over at 16 with Galitsky and Gane. Gane on the green will have a birdie putt. Galitsky's going to play her third just short of the putting surface.
Looks like Galitsky's trying to choose whether to use putter or a wedge for this second. I like that she's been going with the wedge on some of these shots, trying to elevate it over the ridges versus using a putter and trying to navigate a ton of left to right movement, which this ball is still going to have, but she can carry it about a third of the way there and let it run. Got to treat these longer chip shots still like a speed putt with your rhythm. Keep your soft hands.
Little too soft. I kind of misjudged that break more than anything. She's like, I should have played that 5 feet to the left.
Always keeps you thinking out here at Bandon Dunes.
Sometimes, guess.
Well, it's interesting. I talked to Dan Brooks, the great Duke coach, and I asked him, who do you think, what kind of player do you think is going to win out here? And he said,
I met her at the U.S. Women's Open at Olympic Club in 2021 when she played in the final group on Sunday as a teenager, and she loved it. Now Galitsky has to love this moment. Made very good par putts on 13 and 14. This is the longest par attempt that she's had today. She got a very good look from Gane's putt. It's a little slower than you think. Got to play it outside the hole left.
For par to tie the hole.
Never had a chance. And that's disappointing.
Galitsky will be next.
This is the part of the match where you're Galitsky 2 down with 2 to play. You have to try and stay as present as possible over every shot. You can't get frustrated and think about what you could have done to change the outcome, because that's impossible. This is pulled slightly, should be okay, and if it stays in the fair, will be a great angle for her second.
Should be fine there, Berko.
Yeah, there we go. We see it. Once before she hits that shot, we go to you at 17, Jim.
Let's see how aggressive Galitsky will be here.
Well, Galitsky needs to be aggressive. 168 yards to a back hole location, trying to carry a couple of mounds. It has a good line if it carries.
It doesn't, but that's okay, because if you get on the top of the slope, other than if you're Romero, it gets going long, it'll go over the penalty area if it gets right of the hole. But it's just so hard to get that close. That shows you how good a shot Romero hit in there earlier.
You really kind of want to favor the left half of the screen.
Yeah. The tricky part when you get it left, it looks like it's going uphill, but it's going straight downwind, and it's a 2 putt, but for Gane, that's the place she's got to hit it.
Probably 12 feet or so. If she gets down in 2 from here, wins the hole, ties the match, and they'll play on.
All right, Galitsky for birdie at 17.
Well, her opponent, Gane, is just outside of 20 feet. Can't expect her to 3-putt, so Galitsky's got to try and make this for birdie.
Stay right. Good putt, though. She's trying to wheel it in. Oh, break left. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Such a good putt. She's going to win the match. 2-1. That was a good match. She gutted it out. She beats Galitsky. She headed to the semifinals.